to right. Larry Mabiala, and then Dario Zuparic, and then Bill Tuliloma is on the right-hand side. Diego Chara will sort of anchor the midfield, if you will. He's got capable players all around him, including Santiago Moreno on one side, Eric Williamson on another, and, of course, his brother, Jimmy Chara, will be in the midfield as well. Sebastian Blanco, Darren Esprilla, and we already mentioned Moreno rounds out the 11th. Oh, I didn't mention Claudio Bravo. He's in the midfield as well with Eric Williamson. So that's the starting 11 for Portland. When we come back, we'll talk tactics as we continue on the Lower.com pregame show on the flagship station of the Black and Gold, 97.1 The...
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a special BOGO offer from Bosch. Buy a select Bosch 18-volt Bear Tool, get a battery free. Shop savings on all of our top pro items. Plus, MVPs earn up to 3 times bonus points on select products. Join today and redeem points for products designed to level up your business. Don't miss MVP's bonus days, happening now at Lowe's. Pricing and offers subject to change at any time. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 9/23.
We're not going to park the bus. We're going to keep rolling forward to the back of the net. At Coda, we're committed to carrying you to victory. Coda is a trusted mobility sponsor of the crew. To get moving with Coda, go to your app store and search for Transit. Look for the green icon and download the Transit app. From the Transit app, you can plan, track, and pay for Coda rides, all from your phone. Learn more at coda.com/transit app, and let's fight and win.
They say you don't get to choose your family. Well, that may be true, but you can sure choose your roofing company. Newman Roofing has been family owned and operated for over 30 years, and we pride ourselves in our commitment to quality and our customer satisfaction. We know the importance of what lies under your roof, which is why we never cut corners, and we focus every day on doing what's right by our customers. Call Newman Roofing today for all your roofing and gutter needs at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Newman Roofing, built around family.
With today's prices, saving whenever and wherever you can is key. That's why Custom Air recommends you open up your furnace now for a thorough maintenance check. Custom Air doesn't want you to get caught during the cold weather with a furnace that doesn't work and a high repair bill. Now is the time to give us a call. We can check your furnace so it'll be ready when you need it to be, so you'll feel warm and comfortable all winter long. Preventative solutions, that's the Custom Air way. Custom Air, custom solutions, custom comfort. Visit us on the web at customaircolumbus.com.
We are your flagship station for the crew, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Gorgeous afternoon for soccer, 78 degrees in the Arena District. Lower.com field is splashed in sunshine as the fans are making their way in and getting set for this matchup between the Columbus Crew and Portland. Welcome to the Lower.com pregame show. Glad you're with us. Head coach Caleb Porter, respecting the fact that Portland's on a 4-game tear. They've got 4 consecutive wins as they enter this one, and also respecting the fact that they've got some very, very talented players.
Good in transition. Their front 3 are dynamic and are given a lot of freedom to rotate and interchange, so you need to be mindful of that. They're good on set pieces. They're pretty good defensively as well. Athletic, rugged. So I think they're pretty MLS built.
Pretty MLS built. I always love that reference, Neil. They have not just the physicality, but they've got the character that you often see in successful squads in Major League Soccer. What do you think is going to be key here this afternoon to defeat them?
Well, I think going back to the fast start that maybe they're looking for here at home, but more importantly, how they manage the second half. And for a Timbers group that started slow out of the gate, but they always seem to hit the right stride, at least under Giovanni Savarese. They've made the playoffs 4 years in a row. They finished seasons well. They're 7-2-6. And you include this 4-game win streak in it where they've won by 1 goal. So it's not necessarily going to be easy in terms of goal production when it comes for Columbus. And this is a Portland team that scored 50 goals. So you're without your captain. How are you going to be organized defensively along that back line to shut down those attacks? Because there are 2 or 3 guys that can beat you with an instant within the midfield and the forward group.
Jordan, who should we be mindful of on the black and gold side this afternoon?
Well, always Lucas Delarion and Cucho. Those two. If this Crew team is going to one, take advantage of these 4 games and find their form going into the playoffs. It's going to be on the back of those two, because Cucho has completely changed this team. If he does not come into the team mid-season, we're not talking about playoffs.
Right.
We're not even here. So can those two do what they've been paid to do, is to totally transform this team, this city, this stadium, what it means to be a Columbus Crew player. And I think we need a little bit more out of them. Lucas Arian is finding the ball a lot, but can those two connect when it means most in the attacking third?
Nationwide is the official insurance provider of the Columbus Crew. Pre-game ceremonies are underway here at Lower.com Field. We're back in a moment on the flagship station of the Columbus Crew, 97.1.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a special BOGO offer from Bosch. Buy a select Bosch 18-volt bare tool, get a battery free. Shop savings on all of our top pro items. Plus, MVPs earn up to 3 times bonus points on select products. Join today and redeem points for products designed to level up your business. Don't miss MVP's bonus days, happening now at Lowe's. Pricing and offers subject to change at any time. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 9/23.
All right, let's take a look.
Or on your tablet, smartphone, or computer.
So, when did this problem start?
You'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey, soccer fans, there's no better feeling than watching your team score a legendary goal. And you can keep that feeling alive, even in the off-season. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,500 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
Don't get caught offside with a dirty car. Step up to the pitch and keep your car clean all season long with a Moo Express Car Wash Unlimited Monthly Wash Club membership. Wash all you want starting at just $15.99 a month at any Central Ohio Moo. Or find the back of the net and treat yourself to the very best with our Creme de la Creme VIP Unlimited Wash Club membership for just $32.99. Wash twice a month and it pays for itself. Score a clean car victory with the Moo. For locations and hours, visit moomoocarwash.com.
Family owned since their start in 1958, AgPro is a small-town John Deere dealer with great opportunities for you to join their parts, sales, and service teams. They offer exceptional compensation and hands-on training that will help you excel and move your career path forward. Plus, they have great benefits and more. If you're ready to take your career to the next level, visit agproco.com for more information and apply today.
Save them, we broadcast them. Your flagship home for the Columbus Crew.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
So the energy's being turned up here as the fireworks are released and the players have arrived from the locker room. Beneath Lower.com Field, they're escorted to midfield and led by the referee this afternoon, Victor Ribas, who grabs the match ball. The match ball delivery presented by Donatos. Every piece is important. A big 3 points on the road here, on the line here this afternoon, and we'll get this one started. Columbus playing host to the Portland Timbers. The kickoff is next on the flagship station of the Columbus Crew, 97.1 The Fan.
Here are 5 big reasons to buy a Toyota RAV4. It's the best-selling SUV in America. It's incredibly versatile. The electrified RAV4 Hybrid delivers 219 horsepower and the best resale value in its class. And the number 1 reason, the great fuel savings. At an EPA-estimated 40 mpg, this RAV4 Hybrid could save you thousands in fuel costs over the next 5 years versus the average new vehicle. Get details of all offers and fuel savings at buyatoyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I have the best looking lawn in the neighborhood. It's due to 2 things, water and Weed Man. Fall is the perfect time to improve your lawn for next year. The work you do now will directly reflect next spring. If you want a beautiful spring lawn, it starts now, not next April. Weed Man is locally owned by Corbin and Audrey. They will take great care of you. They don't just throw fertilizer down and call it a day. They will craft a specific plan for your needs. Check them out today, weedman.com, for a free quote. That's weedman.com.
AEP Energy believes it's possible to positively impact our community and the world around us by choosing renewable energy. That's why we offer Eco Advantage, our 100% renewable energy plan to power our homes and businesses for a smarter and greener future. If you're thinking about switching energy suppliers, consider reducing your carbon footprint too. Get the fulfillment that comes with supporting a cleaner environment with AEP Energy. So come on, Crew fans, power up and carbon down today. Visit aepenergy.com/crew to get started. AEP Energy, an official partner of Columbus Crew. While an affiliate of AEP Ohio, AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of the utility.
Proud to be your home for the Crew, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
And welcome back to Lower.com Field. Glad you're with us this afternoon. A big showdown between the Columbus Crew and the Portland Timbers in Sunsplash Lower.com Field. Chris Doran alongside Neil Sika, Jordan Angeli, Brett Hiltbrand down on the sideline. Brett, energy amongst the black and gold this afternoon. It feels a little subdued from up here, but I wonder if it's because it's going to be a real business-like afternoon for the Columbus Crew.
And I think it has to be business-like as well, given what's on the line. I mean, flat out, this is a must-win game for the Crew right now. With just a handful of games remaining in the regular season, you have to take care of business here at home. And for a game today, which is going to be one of those kind of transition-type games, it's all about Darlington Nagbe for me going forward. Can he get on the half turn in those transition moments, be dynamic going forward, and really contribute in a special way to the attack for the black and gold this afternoon?
And Brett, as you talk about Darlington Nagbe, he and Diego Chara out at midfield with the coin toss. Darlington wearing the captain's armband, as he has been prone to do in the past when Jonathan Menza is not on the field, although you did mention the leadership that Milos Degenek could very well bring to the equation here this afternoon. Neil, I think Degenek is the right guy to be stepping up voice-wise and performance-wise in this situation.
He's never shy on anything to say, and that's a good thing. I think he's been vocal since he's been here. He's grown more accustomed and comfortable to his role overall when he wasn't starting on a regular basis. Now he's taken over that spot next to Jonathan Menson. It's his chance to be the leader here in that back line, a guy who's played in huge games and in the Champions League, so it's not going to take much to rile him up.
And to Brett's point, Jordan, you've always talked about how Darlington Nagbe can be a next-level player. What do we need to see from him in order to know that he's achieving that next level?
Darlington is a next level player, and the thing about him is he has it all in his control, that he can absolutely dominate a game if chosen to do so. And I think what Brett is saying there is he finds the right spaces, and to be on the half turn, sometimes it's not just progressing the ball with a pass. He's most dangerous. He's the best dribbler under pressure in MLS. He needs to be effective in those areas going forward, breaking a line, because once he does that in the midfield, things open up for the Crew.
The black and gold are wearing their gold, black, gold kit. Eloy Room is dressed in the Adidas red from top to bottom. Portland Timbers are wearing green, white, and green. Aljaž Ivacic is dressed in the Adidas blue goalkeeping kit. Columbus is going to defend the goal at the north. In front of the Nordeck, Cucho Hernandez is going to take the first touch in this one as we await the whistle from our referee, Victor Rivas, and get this one started. And we're off and running. Columbus and Portland at Lower.com Field. Nagbe near side to Luis Diaz. Great to have Neil Sika, Jordan Angeli, and Brett Hiltbrand with us as we bring you coverage of this gorgeous afternoon of soccer. Near side to Moreira. He'll go forward, find Cucho on this near touchline, and then Cucho plays it back to Milos Degenek. Degenek has switched to the right center back slot. Remember on Tuesday night when Williams had to come in for Menza, Williams played on the right-hand side. Degenek stayed on the left. And tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, it's Williams in his familiar left center back role, Milos Degenek on the right side. Aiden Morris splits the center back and this right wing back, Steven Moreira. Moreira back to Morris, and now back to Degenek. As Portland has dropped 5 defenders in a line, and Columbus switches to the other side. Molino centrally to Lucas Elrayan. Back outside to Molino. On the touchline to Santos. Inside to Zelarayan. Zelarayan on the dribble, going to get tied up over on that far touchline. It'll be stripped away by Portland, and on the effort on the clearance, blocked by Pedro Santos.
That was a little bit different of a look because it was Kevin Molino who came back almost where Pedro Santos usually picks the ball up, and he pushed Santos higher up on the field, which you want to see. Kevin Molino, the ball at his feet, dribbling at a defender, is a good look for the Crew.
Oddly, that was Darren Asprilla who was all the way deep in the back. Here's Bravo as Portland switches to this near side. Bravo flicks it forward. It's broken up by Degenek before it gets to Blanco. Herrera on this near sideline.
These uniforms are a good look for the Crew.
Yeah.
And Portland. Captain Obvious came through today.
Throw in from this near sideline and a loose ball into the 18. Cucho Hernandez is on the run, and he'll go ahead and look to chip the keeper and drop the ball beyond the crossbar and into the back netting. Goal kick coming for Portland.
Good work by Ivacic to get out and just deny Cucho a good-looking opportunity early. It did look like the AR had their flag up there. But one of the reasons, Chris, you mentioned Asprilla being back on the back line. That's what I'm saying. They need to pin him back. He's playing right wing back. He's a winger. He's a center forward at times for this Portland team. But when they're playing in this 3-4-3, he plays as a wing back. So you have to pin him back and make him do that defensive work.
Long ball to the aforementioned Asprilla, who gets a head on it. It's going to come down into a crowd. Nagbe and Santos. And Santos on the dribble goes down on contact with Asprilla. This is going to be a free kick on the far side for Columbus. Third minute, 0-0 is the score. Morris puts it back into play, drops it to Williams. Centrally to Nagbe now, as he splits the two center backs. Back outside to Williams, far side of the field. Here's Pedro Santos up the line. Santos chips it into the center circle. Zelarayan brings it down neatly. He'll lay it to this near side. Herrera, touch back inside to Zelarayan. Zelarayan gets tied up. Diego Chara. Ball forward on the run. Here's Santiago Moreno, and it's stripped away from him. Aiden Morris. And now Zelarayan up over the top, near side. Luis Diaz is on the run. He's got Bravo to beat. Bravo sticks a foot in. Not only wins the tackle, but also earns the goal kick.
It's good defending by Bravo, and I think just a little indecision there from Luis Diaz. He had Bravo beat. You take a good forward touch towards the end line, and you totally take Bravo out of the equation where he can't get a toe in. He has to foul you or let you go and distribute from a really good spot.
Goal kick coming for Portland. 5th minute, 0-0 is the score. Got fans all the way up into the rafters here this afternoon. A few empty seats. Folks still arriving off of Nationwide Boulevard. I think a lot of folks are accustomed to a later start on a national TV game. As Portland takes over in their defensive half, Bravo lets fly to the far side. Jimmy Chara brings it down, fed inside, looking for Moreno, and that's going to be broken up by Nagbe. To the top of the 18 to Morris, who almost has it stripped away. And cleaned up by Josh Williams. Williams is going to have his hands full, though. He's trying to get it outside to Santos, and Santos now clears it towards midfield. Cucho's there. So too, though, is Portland, Tuiloma. And Molino gets Tuiloma's headed ball, brings it down, sends it forward, broken up by Claudio Bravo. Here's Portland. Quick give and go, broken up by Degenek. Repossessed in midfield, though, as Diego Chara works with Eric Williamson. Chara will play this one back. Dario Zuparic. Inside now. Here's Williams. Williamson on the run. He'll lay it off. It'll be broken up by Josh Williams. At midfield, Portland brings it back under control. They go way outside. Asprilla, 1v1 with Santos. Plays it inside to Blanco. Out. Back comes Molino, and Molino comes in on Blanco from behind. Foul is called. This will be a free kick just outside the 18, about 18 yards off the goal line.
That'll happen. Josh Williams steps into the midfield, so then there's a space in behind. that Darlington Nagbe has to cover in the back line. And when that happens, Blanco just recognizes, finds the proper gap that then isn't occupied by Nagbe. So it's Molino who's chasing the game a little bit, ends up fouling. And now this is a good opportunity because Portland has Zuperich, Tuiloma, Mabiala, who are great in the air. Tuiloma with 6 goals already in this season, a lot from set pieces, direct shots, but here is also a really good target with his head.
7th minute, 0-0 is the score. Far side, Williamson stands over the ball. 18 yards off the goal line, just outside the box. He approaches, serves it far post. Looks like it was off Moreira. No. Off Portland. This will be a goal kick for Columbus.
There's one of those 3 targets, Zuperich, who ends up getting ahead on it. The back post, just too far away to get it back on frame. They're aggressive in those moments, and they know how to be opportunistic, this Portland team, and set pieces are something that they can be successful on.
Short ball from Eloy Room to Josh Williams, and a square ball way outside to Pedro Santos. Breaking the first line of defense, they find Cucho at midfield. Now Lucas Celerayán, and quickly to the near side with Luis Diaz. 1v1 with Bravo. Going to go through him, go down, and a throw-in is earned for Columbus. Steven Moreira. As shade begins to take over on the south end of the stadium in the penalty box that Portland's defending. Here's Milos Degenek, midfield. Forward to Lucas Celerayán with Bravo on his back. Celerayán gets away from the pressure. Places it inside to Cucho. Hernandez is on the run. Gets fouled. And there's a free kick awarded to Columbus as Diego Chara came in, took down Cucho Hernandez.
Yeah, I think people heard foul on Portland. They already knew who fouled. Diego Chara, one of the feistiest players in this league. Sets up a good spot for Lucas Celerayán, about 10 yards off of the top of the box.
So he'll be at the near post. The rest of the goal will be to his left. We will call it about 28 yards off the goal line.
It's Cucho from this spot on Tuesday night in Miami who had one of the 2 shots on goal. The Crew had the first half, hit it pretty well, but he's going to give way to a guy who's still one back of the all-time free kick goal mark in club history.
Portland with 5 men in the wall. 10th minute, 0-0 is the score. Celerayán stands over the ball. Molino and Jimmy Chara are pushing one another in the wall. There's the whistle. Here's Celerayán's approach. The shot is going to go right to the keeper. Ivacic without a problem there. And he'll walk it out to the top of the 18. Drop ball near side. Portland out to the touchline. Bravo's there, gets smothered by Luis Diaz. Cucho comes in, lays it around the outside. Here's Diaz with a cross ball. Comes in, gets cleared out. Second ball is going to be won back by Portland. Bravo working with Chara. Fed forward, finds Moreno. Nagbe turns, denies Moreno a second touch, receives the ball. And Columbus is going to work through the midfield. And now a foul called as Aiden Morris came in on Diego Chara. And Aiden Morris is going to pick up a yellow card.
Which is what Pro said they were going to do, that if it's impeding a attack for the other team. But mind you, just a few minutes ago, Pedro Santos had a beautiful dribble down the far side, beat a defender, and the same thing happened. And there was no yellow card given. That's where it's difficult. It's a little bit of, is this play going to develop into something? Well, I think the other play could have, and then we would have had a player on each team with a yellow card.
Midfield restart, defensive half of the field for Portland as Diego Chara is up with on his own power. He's going to trot this one off as Zuperich stands over the ball and opts to drive it into the attacking third of the field for Portland. Esprit is going to take down Pedro Santos in the corner on the far side. Pedro will be slow to get up. And a foul has been called against Portland. Coverage of this afternoon's match brought to you by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, where you'll find more electrified vehicles than any other brand, including the all-new built-in-the-USA Tundra Hybrid, the most powerful, most fuel-efficient, most capable Tundra ever. Toyota, let's go places. Pedro Santos is up under his own power. Aloy Room's going to put this back into play. It's about 7 yards off the goal line on the far side in the corner of the north end of the Lower.com field facility. Big ball from Aloy across midfield. Beheaded once by Portland as Mabiala goes to the turf. Columbus regains possession. Near side to Marrera, broken up by Diego Chara. Luis Diaz coming in to help out. We have no whistle on the play as Diaz goes down and poked out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for Portland, and Diaz is down now.
Diego Chara has 801 fouls committed all time, most ever in MLS history. How many does he get away with, do you think, throughout the entirety of his career? He's done this in 300-some games, mind you, and it got the ball first, but doesn't mean he didn't come through and truck Diaz.
Yeah, and he came in with his cleats exposed on the top of the ball. And
Missed that.
Yeah, just the type of tackle it is. You can get the ball, but if you don't, that is devastating for the player who's on the end of it.
The athletic support staff out on the field right now. A reminder to those of you listening that the Browns can be heard on 1460 ESPN and the Fans HD2. We'll join Browns coverage on 97.1 The Fan at the conclusion of the Crew game. Browns and Jets. Browns looking to go 2-0 on the season.
For the first time since 1993.
Not like he's been counting those years or anything.
They're up 7-0, by the way.
Ooh.
Butterfly in the booth here is Luis Diaz.
Reading rainbow here.
Is being...
You caught my reaction to it, too. Thought it was coming straight for us.
They're checking the right knee, the athletic training staff. 14th minute, 0-0 is the score. With Neil Sika, Jordan Angeli, Chris Doran with you. Brett Hildbrandt's on the sideline. Let's go downstairs and talk with Brett here. Brett, you were telling me an interesting story about Milos Degenek. We mentioned that he's starting at right center back tonight. When Menz is in, Milos plays on the left-hand side. Today, he's on the right-hand side, Josh Williams on the left. Kind of a... Not such an odd twist to that story, is there?
Not so much. You know, there were a lot of great stories that came from the 2.5-hour rain delay or lightning delay that we had down in Miami. And at some point, probably after the season, we all can sit down and levy some of those out because there was some good stuff. But yeah, he and I were just kind of casually talking about center back positioning and what the differences between right and left and what those might be. And he said that he had not played left center back pretty much ever in his professional career in Europe. And so then sliding into that position was a little bit uncomfortable, cumbersome, and maybe unfamiliar. Very comfy on the right side here starting with the Columbus Crew right now.
Great stuff, Brett. Thanks. Luis Diaz back on the field. We're back underway as Portland swings it to the far side. Mabiala gets tied up with Molino. That ball's out of bounds. This will be a throw-in. 15th minute. Good to see Diaz back out on the field. And Esprilla is going to put this one back into play on the throw. Jimmy Chara, broken up by Pedro Santos. Moreno comes in. Here's Diego Chara now. He'll reload through Tuiloma. Now forward to Williamson. Williamson inside, broken up by Molino. Play to Zelarayan, and now near side, here's Marrera. Marrera on the dribble inward. He's going to let Diaz keep the pitch wide. He'll get it back from Diaz. And Molino has now joined in over here as well. This is Cucho. Still on the near side, 25 yards out. A nutmeg for a through ball, and that is going to be knocked out of bounds by Portland. Tuiloma giving up possession just to stay safe. Near side, Marrera working with Cucho. Flicked ball in. Diaz was offside. This will be a free kick coming for Portland.
And Cucho comes all the way over, and there's something to be said about him feeling connected to the way that the team is attacking. But you don't want him to be in the channel playing a 3v3 game. You want, just leave it be 2v2 Cucho, find yourself in the middle, because if Morera or Diaz get a half a yard on a defender, they can cross it to you, and then there's no one in the box if he's joined over there. So I think that's been an emphasis of Caleb Porter, to make sure in the attack Cucho's in the box.
17th minute, the restart. Ivicic sends it across midfield, going to be cleared out by Columbus, and at midfield now as we have Darlington Nagbe going down after contact with Eric Williamson. We have a foul called against Portland. One of the things that we've noted throughout the course of the season is that teams tend to enjoy playing physically against Columbus because it disrupts their rhythm.
They're such a rhythm-oriented team, and I think a little bit too much at times, that they don't know when to play a little bit more direct, be a little bit quicker in their pace. But we've seen that too. Just Darlington Nagbe, how good he is in situations, pulling a ball out of nowhere. And I think that's going to be a good matchup, whether it's Nagbe against Williamson or Morris against Williamson. Williamson's one of the best young, bright midfielders in this league.
After the foul, a switch ball to Josh Williams. Now way out on the touchline is Pedro Santos, who can't get around Asprilla. Going to be cleaned up over there by Maviala, and a throw-in now coming for the black and gold. About 10 yards off the goal line, Pedro Santos looking for some help and finding it in Darlington Nagbe. Nagbe back outside to Morris. Morris getting the start ahead of Artur this afternoon. Chip ball in from Santos. Going to be left by Zelarayan, cleared out by Portland. Another throw-in coming for the home team. 18th minute, 0-0's the score. Here's Aiden Morris. Inside to Nagbe, now way back at midfield. Here's Josh Williams. Williams pokes it inward to Morris. Deeper we go as Milos Degenek receives. Plays it right back to Morris. Morris outside, settled by Santos. Quick ball to the far post. Cucho's there. Going to be going off of Bravo's head. It'll be a throw-in on this near side. Cucho wants to put this one back into play quickly. Instead, he'll leave it for Morera. 8 yards off the goal line. Morera inside, ball off of Eric Williams' head.
Just like he planned it.
And throw in yet again. Here's Morera into Lucas Zelarayan. Closed down by Diego Chara. Nagbe and Jimmy Chara. Back to Degenek, near side. Zelarayan. Short down the line to Luis Diaz, who goes on the dribble around Bravo. Now he's going to the top of the 18. He'll get tripped up on the turf, I think, not from another player. And the cleared ball toward midfield is now going to result in a foul called against Aiden Morris as Jimmy Chara has gone down. And Aiden's going to have to be careful. He's playing with a yellow.
And this is one of the best transition teams in MLS. So one of the things Aiden is best at is reading a play and stepping in there and just nicking the ball. But if he doesn't get a touch on it, that's where he's going to put himself in danger. So he's got to be a little bit more patient in those moments.
Free kick for Portland. Midfield, they maintain possession. 20th minute, 0-0's the score. League standings are powered by Ohio Cat. Columbus comes into this one 7th in the East, and Portland is at number 6 in the West. Both above the playoff line. Both would love to stay there. Midfield battle for possession out of the air. Suparic sends it into this near corner. Jimmy Chara working with Bravo. Now inside to Moreno. Top of the 18. Back outside to Jimmy Chara. Aiden Morris gives chase. Chara drops this one. Moreno to midfield. Cucho Hernandez. Nice flick off the heel. Luis Diaz is off and running. Diaz with a long touch and looking to run onto it. Not able to get around Tuiloma. And a throw in as it's knocked out of bounds by Suparic.
Right after that, Cucho's talking to Luis Diaz just to calm him down. The connection that those two have had and the inclusion that Cucho has brought Luis Diaz into this team. He's been a different player since the arrival of Cucho, has Luis Diaz.
Herrera, Aiden Morris. Morris to the top of the 18 on the far side. What a ball. He drops it to Santos' quad. Santos 1v1 with Asprilla, looking to go around him. Asprilla looked like he put his arms up, denied the run by Santos. Ball goes out of bounds, goal kick coming.
That's the third foul Asprilla has had against Pedro Santos, and it doesn't get called as a foul, but it's absolutely a foul. He pushes two arms on Pedro Santos' chest, and there's no warning. That's a third time he's had a confrontation with Pedro Santos earlier. So if I'm the Crew, I'm going to that side and I'm making those two get in a 1v1 battle. Continue to threaten Asprilla and his defensive responsibilities.
Ivicic, the goalkeeper for Portland, puts this one back into play off the 6-yard box. Long ball. Asprilla, Santos. Santos wins it out of the air. Back to Williams, forward to Nagbe. Now at the midfield stripe to Cucho Hernandez, who turns on Diego Chara on the dribble. Going to get slowed just a bit, however. One back by Columbus. Here's Zelarayan. Zelarayan inside, works with Molino. Cleared briefly by Portland, but one back by Columbus. Here's Pedro Santos, a whip ball across the top of the 6. Going to come to this near side. It'll be run down by Diaz. He'll look to go around Bravo, play it off of Bravo, and it just nicks Luis Diaz on the way over the touchline. So a throw-in coming for Portland on this near side. 23rd minute, 0-0 is the score.
And right now, Portland has a throw-in deep in their own half, but Sebastian Blanco is all the way at half field on the opposite side, trying to threaten. If Portland break this press, they have an outlet.
Long throw towards midfield is going to be touched by Morris. Forward to to Lucas Zelarayan, and we have bodies dropping everywhere. Molino, Zelarayan went down. So did Eric Williamson. And a stoppage in play on a foul called against Lucas Zelarayan.
Looked like a zone read up the A-gap. Had 4 guys falling over.
23rd minute, 0-0 is the score. And Williamson will be slow to get up.
I think his cleat got tied into Williamson's shoelaces, which doesn't happen often, but it's very awkward when it does. And so I think he's fixing his boot there.
Ivicic will come out of the goal mouth. He's outside the penalty box now. Going to put this ball back into play. 24th minute, 0-0 is the score. Columbus defending in front of their supporters right now. Long ball to the attacking third. First ball out of the air, touched by Williams. And Pedro Santos can't keep this one in bounds, so it'll be a throw-in about 10 yards off the goal line on the far side for Portland. Asprilla puts it back into play, drops it into Moreno. Going to be broken up by Morris. And a ball out of bounds yet again. Here's a really deep throw for Portland. Asprilla again. Drops it into Moreno, who receives, turns, goes to the goal line. Going to be broken up by Molino. Second ball won by Williamson. And then eventually cleared out by Aloy Room on a heavy touch by Williamson, headed to the near post. Ball to the top of the 18. Jimmy Chara puts a leg up and gets Degenik in the face. Degenik goes down, whistle blown, card coming out for Chara. Bit of a size mismatch there, too. Jimmy Chara is 5'6", Milos is 6'2".
That's going to leave a mark.
I think Portland work on bicycle kicks often because they've scored more than any other team in this league. Doesn't surprise me that boot went to the face there from Jimmy Chara.
Restart after the foul called. Aloy Room played it to the outside. Now back centrally to Morris, and now forward to Cucho. Cucho on the dribble negatively is going to drop this one to Degenik. 25th minute, 0-0 is the score. Nice ball by Milos. Forward, finds Cucho, who's on the run. He was carrying Diego Chara for a little bit on his back. Eric Williamson gets that ball on the clearance. Williamson plays it lazily to midfield. Aiden Morris gobbles it up. Now it's Pedro Santos on the attack yet again for Columbus. Far side. overshoots Lucas Zelarayan out of bounds. Throw-in coming for Portland.
There's no advantage there for Cucho. That's a foul by Chara. If Cucho gets a shot off and it's a good shot, then great. But he doesn't. He loses the ball and then it goes the other way. That's poor refereeing.
Zuparic. Near side. And Columbus is able to intercept the cleared ball. Aiden Morris sends it long to the far side. He had Moreira on this near side in an overlapping run and opted instead to go to the far side looking for Lucas Zelarayan. He skies that ball. Portland has to throw it back in. And now they're working to get out of the back under the Columbus press. And not able to make it happen. That ball's out of bounds thanks to Darlington Nagbe all over Jimmy Chara. Darlington knows Diego Chara much better than Jimmy. Those two were teammates when Darlington was in Portland. Jimmy just coming to the club a handful of years ago.
We gonna see any shots in this game, guys?
I think we've only seen one. Near side, Moreira.
Shots to the face.
Columbus going into the corner, going to be broken up by Portland. 27th minute, 0-0 is the score. Quick throw in, Molino. Now inward just a bit to Aiden Morris. And now inside the 18 to Cucho Hernandez. Aiden makes the run, backs away from the pressure, plays Molino back. Nicely done. Here's Darlington on the switch to Zelarayan. Way outside, far side. Santos has a cross ball effort blocked by Asprilla. This is going to be a corner kick coming for Columbus. And this will be the first corner of the match. Zelarayan goes to the far side. He's got Molino as a short option. Sebastian Blanco's come in to offer some defense. 4 targets in the box. Here's Zelarayan's approach. Near post service headed out and away by Portland. Gathered at midfield by Pedro Santos. He'll play it centrally to Nagbe. Aiden Morris back outside far side. Santos to the touchline to Molino. And back centrally now to Nagbe. 28th minute, 0-0 is the score. Here's Moreira. Back centrally to Nagbe. Nagbe forward to Cucho Hernandez. Quick ball left in by Molino, or to Molino. Molino's going to get to the top of the 18. Cleared by Portland. Picked up by Zelarayan and a shot by Cucho Hernandez, and that ball's wide right. Meanwhile, Molino looked like he got sandwiched by Portland defenders and is down just inside the 18.
It's Moreira that was in the car wreck there.
Oh, Moreira, I beg your pardon.
While we wait to see, Moreira does get up pretty quickly here. He gets helped up by Tuiloma and Cucho, but the Crew have a corner kick. The crowd's in it. This is one of the best heading teams in Major League Soccer. Yes, they give up set pieces, but the Crew have looked most effective on corner kicks this year when they played short, as of late.
Right.
Play it short, get them out, stretched, pressing a little bit from that structure, and then play through them. I just think they are a better team when they play short on corners.
Ivicic with the goal kick. Across midfield, going to be won by Williams. Far side, Portland looking to get something going. Here's Asprilla working with Moreno. Now a ball forward to Jimmy Chara. Now near side, Claudio Bravo settles. The Argentine sends it back into the box. Far side header. That ball's going to go wide. It's a great service to Asprilla, who had made his way into the 18 and then the 6 as Portland rotated that ball to the near side.
You better not forget about Portland's number 10. He's still pretty good.
Well, he hasn't touched the ball much yet, has he?
No, they've kept a good eye on it. It's been a scrappy game.
Yeah. Goal kick for Columbus.
He wants you to forget about it.
Aloy Room is going to send everyone forward.
Standing by midfield on that throw. That robust .03 expected goals from the Timbers right now. Really wetting the whistle.
Midfield. The battle for possession out of the air. Cucho Hernandez has gone down holding his head. Dario Zuparic was the truck he collided with.
He got back up. He wants to play, but Victor Rivas had already called for the training staff to come out and take a look. He's now got the eye roll.
So the training staff and the facility physician are now out there as as Cucho is having a rather intense conversation with the three of them.
I love this kid's fire, though. He is so hungry for more, and even now, you can tell as this game has progressed, and Neil mentioned it is pretty scrappy. He comes to life in those moments. He likes to live in that. He doesn't shy away from it whatsoever.
We're in the 31st minute as Cucho is going to be escorted to the touchline here. Nope, he's going to leave the escort behind and sprint to Caleb Porter and get set to re-enter. Cucho wants back in immediately.
One second.
Sure. Oh, they are taking a look at the video of the collision at the scorer's table. Now Cucho will be signaled back in. Nope, the referee says no. Okay, this is just ridiculous.
What is going on?
The Crew take on the New York Red Bulls on Saturday, October 1st at 7:30. It's the final regular season home game of the season. Visit ColumbusCrew.com for tickets. 3 more to go after this one. That's the Red Bulls match, the Charlotte match that we have to resume in the 17th minute, and then the Orlando match on decision day. Cucho came on the field, and now he's got to come back off before we can get this one started.
What's our vector, Victor?
All right, drop ball. Lucas sends it back to Ivicic, and Cucho is going to be summoned back on the field.
Can we get the referee on the same page with everybody else in the building?
Uh-oh, Cucho comes in, top of the 18, going to run onto this ball, take the shot, put it wide.
Oh, this place would have gone mad. You don't want to put a fire under him because took that ball straight off of Zuparich. Second touch wasn't great, but he made up for it with his third and nearly nicked one in the near post corner.
Standing at the top of the 18, he waved his arms to the Lower.com crowd to get them on their feet. Here's Ivicic with the goal kick across midfield, won by Josh Williams. Second ball is going to come down to Kevin Molino, who receives, turns, and gets it to Lucas Zelarayan, who's going to get hammered in midfield. And a foul will be called.
Keeping score at home, that's 6 fouls on the Timbers and 4 that have not been called.
Zelarayan, big ball on the restart, near side. Barrera's got to deal with Bravo. Ball's going to come down. Blanco will keep it in bounds, but that'll be Diaz who will go around Blanco, get into two-man defending from Portland, then get out of the traffic jam. Left for Zelarayan. A neat ball on the ground to Santos. Far side, with ball across, blocked by Asprilla. And that'll be a throw-in, 10 yards off the goal line, far side of the field. Cucho Hernandez, top of the 18, going to be cleared out. Picked up by Nagbe. Nagbe works with Morris. 35 yards off the goal line. A little forward to Molino. Chipped over the top to Cucho, who puts it down into a space that is closed up by Portland. At midfield, the cleared ball by Portland is going to be won back by the black and gold. 34th minute. 0-0 is the score. You get the feeling that Columbus is knocking on the door in this first half.
Not that they need a goal, but Portland is one of the best teams in the second half in the league, so to go in with a lead.
Barrera with a big ball to the far post. An out-of-bounds goal kick coming for Portland.
To go into the half with a lead would be some extra momentum for the Crew, knowing that this Portland team comes on in the second half. Almost 4/5 of their goals have been in that second 45.
Yeah, Portland has scored in 27 of their 31 matches. That's the second best scoring rate in the league. Big ball by the goalkeeper. Ivicic sends it across midfield. Far side going to be sent back by Columbus, and in midfield it'll be Abe Morris, who takes a touch and tries to get it out to this near touchline, and does. Diaz, one poke around the defender, Bravo. Cross ball, top of the 18. Going to be cleared by Portland. Abe Morris comes in and cleans it up. Inside centrally, Zelarayan with the shot. Diego Chara with the block. It'll come down And Moreno will go ahead and settle for Portland. Looking for Espria on the outside flank. Santos steps in, wins it back. Here's Nagbe, near side to Cucho. Cucho, top of the 18. Goes through traffic. Has it nicked up and away. He finally gets it to Zelarayan. Zelarayan turning on Chara with the shot. Deflected, comes back to him, then eventually cleared out. As Zuparic gets it to the touchline on this near side. We've got a throw-in coming for Columbus.
Is this pinball?
Everything is reactionary from Portland. They're a step late.
Throw into Nagbe. A couple of attacking touches. Plays it to this near side to Cucho. Now down the line a bit to Luis Diaz and back to Cucho. Cucho whipped the ball across, top of the 18. Perfectly level pass to Pedro Santos. Santos inside to Zelarayan. Outside to Kevin Molino with the shot. The goal for Columbus! Kevin Molino opens up his scoring account with the black and gold. A season where he had to mostly work on the side, coming back from ACL repair. He's now found his way into the starting 11, and today finds his way to goal.
And this first half has been the Molino show. He has popped up everywhere. Him and Lucas Zelarayan are playing almost as dual tens right in front of Cucho, and the build-up there on the far side was to perfection, leading Molino. Coming from left into right, teeing up his right foot, perfectly placed ball. You know what Kevin Molino knows? It's almost playoff time, and he loves playoff time.
Especially when it comes to the West. That's the winger's version of a fullback wheel route. Coming in around the outside, Espria is a bystander. Great hold-up play from Zelarayan. That's an easy finish. Great looking play.
So Portland prepares to restart this one. Blanco will go ahead and play it back to Diego Chara. Williamson, forward, finds Blanco, broken up by Aiden Morris. I feel like we've said that a few times today. Here's Zelarayan. Columbus into the attacking half. Chip ball over to the top of the 18. Diaz is going to one-touch that ball inside. It'll be absorbed by Portland as they were dropping back defensively. Diego Chara on this near side, held up by Zelarayan. Out of bounds we go. It'll be a throw-in for the black and gold. 38th minute, Columbus leads 1-0, thanks to Kevin Molino. Ball recycles back to Portland, to Iloma, with the ball way outside far side to Espria. Blanco, chip ball to the top of the 18, headed out the way by Milos Degenek. One back by Espria. Aiden Morris comes in. Jimmy Chara's in there. Here's Moreno. Back to Chara. Now to Espria. Shot from the 18 deflects off of a Columbus Crew player. No, it doesn't. And that'll be a goal kick coming for Aloy Room.
That's why Portland are so dangerous, though. They're front three, and then you add in Espria, who's playing as this wingback, but the way Portland shifts into attack, he becomes another forward or a winger. Then you have players breaking the line, interchanging, and it's hard to figure out who you're marking there. And it's really well done by Milos Degenek just to make it difficult on Espria to get anything clear on goal.
39th minute, Columbus leads 1-0 with Neil Sika, Jordan Angeli, Brett Hiltbrand. I'm Chris Doran. Glad you're with us. Aloy Room with a goal kick coming out of the north end of Lower.com Field as Columbus enjoys this one-goal lead. Big ball straight up the middle. Lucas Zelarayan gets knocked around. It's sent back towards Columbus's goal, and Portland's going to go ahead and try to build in the center circle. That amounts to nothing. A loose ball, and Williams gets it back to the keeper, Aloy Room. Aloy settles, drives it to the far side. Cucho's there, slip head, keeps it going. But it's going to be gathered up by Zuparic and Portland's defense. Square ball to Iloma. Forward, Moreno. Midfield strike, going to air it out far side to Espria. Brings it down off his chest. He'll be closed down by Santos. Inside, working with Blanco. Drop ball, Maviala. Inside to Blanco. Now back outside to Espria, who looks to get around Pedro Santos and can't. Aiden Morris comes in, does a nice job of touching that ball and playing it outside. Gets leveled by Esprilla and a whistle.
Aiden Morris is everywhere right now. He's reading the next pass for Portland time and time again. He broke it up in the middle there. He's covering Pedro Santos in behind to win the second ball. Yeah, it was a little difficult. He was a little too aggressive first, but now he's not playing the man as much. He's playing the passing lane and picking up ball after ball after ball.
41st minute, Columbus leads 1-0. Eloy Room will come out and take this free kick after the foul was called on Esprilla. He'll keep it on that side of the field, send it across midfield. Headed ball is going to be won, and we have an offside call. Cucho Hernandez went up with Mabiala. They both came down. And the flag went up. Like our Columbus Crew, Wendy's new crew meal deal is massive. Grab $18 and feed your crew today and participate in Wendy's for a limited time. Mabiala is going to put this back into play. Short to Zuparic, back out to Mabiala as he widens the field just a bit. And now plays directly to the top of the 18. It's going to be left by Esprilla. Forward ball by Portland, and this is Steven Moreira who runs it down. Plays it up the touchline. Finds Diaz, who's going to get pushed down to the turf by Tui Loma. And a free kick coming for Columbus. This is about 25 yards off the goal line. Milos Degenek is going to send folks forward. Portland will bring the players forward to attempt to pin Columbus in the event they decide to play it short. They're not going to. Eloy Room's going to come out and send everyone forward. Third minute. Columbus leads 1-0 thanks to Kevin Molino. Big ball, near side, brought down by Cucho. Lovely gets around the defender. He'll play it inside to Zelarayan. Back to Cucho, who travels to the far side of the field. Santos comes in, plays it in quickly. Zelarayan at the top of the 18. Left for Cucho, and that's going to be blocked on an effort at goal. Throw in coming far side. Quickly, Santos into Aiden Morris. Centrally now to Nagbe. Back outside to Santos on the touchline. Moreno's there, blocks the cross. Ball brought down by Williams. He'll pop it outside to Santos. Here comes the transition for Portland, however, as Blanco looks to turn and play it to Jimmy Chara, broken up by Josh Williams, who was in retreat. Now Columbus is going to build in the midfield. Aiden Morris, centrally to Nagbe. Touch forward around Blanco. Played forward, here's Molina. Outside to Santos. Working with Morris. And now Zelarayan. Morris with pressure coming. Quickly plays it forward, thinking Zelarayan was making a move. And that goes back to Portland. All the way back to Ivicic. And a driven ball to midfield. Esprilla brings it down. Josh Williams takes it away. Looking for the through ball, and Cucho was offside, so he did not make a play for that ball. Mabiala runs it down, plays it to the keeper, Ivicic. And he'll play it long to midfield. Again, Josh Williams winning the ball out of the air.
Total domination.
Aiden Morris dropped to Santos. Centrally now, here's Zelarayan. Oh, that's a misstruck ball, and that's Blanco to Jimmy Chara. 1v1 with Degenek. Broken up by Degenek, and then it becomes a village effort defensively at the top of the 18. Luis Diaz receives the ball, goes around Bravo. He's on the run down the line. Diaz is finally going to get knocked to the ground, and that should be a yellow card on Tui Loma.
I don't know why he's complaining. He leaned in with his shoulder.
And the yellow card comes out as Luis Diaz is down.
Which one? The one in the stands or the one on the field? Well, all of them.
Oh, that's right. Sherwin-Williams with the yellow card gifts.
It's so good from Luis Diaz because he struggled a little bit in those situations early on in the game, but here He takes the right long touch to get past Bravo, so it tempts Tuiloma, and then as Tuiloma gets close enough, he takes an additional touch and then takes the shoulder charge, which he needs to do from time to time. He's been so good at this. Now you put a center back in a place where he's on a yellow card with Cucho, Lucas Zelarayan, Diaz, and Molino dribbling at him a lot.
Zelarayan now with the free kick on this near side. He's 13 yards off the goal line. We're in added time of the first half. Columbus leads 1-0. Here's Zelarayan's service. Top of the 18, cleared out by Williamson. 3 minutes of added time in this first half of play. Moreira's going to run the ball down. He'll let Asprilla make the full sprint to apply pressure and then drop it back to Eloy Room. Room from the top of the 18. Centrally to no target, dressed in yellow. That ball will go right to Ivicic. Claudio Bravo. The outlet pass. Now Mabiala far side. Diego Chara splits the two center backs. Then opts to play to Zuparic. Tuiloma, Zuparic, Diego Chara, forward to Williamson. Williamson's going to go down. No foul call as Portland circulates it to this near side. Jimmy Chara will look outside to find Sebastian Blanco. 1v1 with Moreira. Blanco, cross ball, inward, headed out by Degening. Inside 3 minutes of added time. Portland brings it down. Jimmy Chara will drop this one deep. One touch by Tuiloma, then a few more as Tuiloma goes up over the top on a direct pass to the top of the 18, and it's going to be won back by Eloy Room. About half of 3 minutes of added time in the books in this first half. Kevin Molino putting the home side up in the 37th minute. Eloy Room with the ball at the top of the 18. Big punt to this near side of the field. Cucho Hernandez brings it down off his chest. No pressure on his back. He'll go ahead and drop this one for Zelarayan. Darlington Nagbe and Zelarayan working together. Zelarayan as Cucho drifts into the top of the 18. And Kevin Molino is able to gobble up a loose ball. Cucho comes in, takes the shot, saved by Ivicic from about 19 yards out. That looked like a busted play, but something came of it at least.
Yeah, the combination between Molino, Zelarayan, and Cucho is working right now for the Crew.
Mabiala on short distribution from Ivicic. And back to the goalkeeper as he approaches the top of the 18, ball on the turf. And we've got 15 seconds left on what was a minimum of 3 minutes added time. All across midfield, and that's going to work its way all the way back to Eloy Room, who rather cheekily baited Sebastian Blanco into pressure and then picked the ball up. That's the end of the first half of play. 1-0 the score, thanks to Kevin Molino's goal in the 37th minute. Back with Neil, Brett, and Jordan in a moment on the flagship station of the Columbus Crew. 97-1 the...
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a special BOGO offer from Bosch. Buy a select Bosch 18-volt bare tool, get a battery free. Shop savings on all of our top pro items. Plus, MVPs earn up to 3 times bonus points on select products. Join today and redeem points for products designed to level up your business. Don't miss MVP's bonus days, happening now at Lowe's. Pricing and offers subject to change at any time. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 9/23.
Ohio. Hey, soccer fans, there's no better feeling than watching your team score a legendary goal. And you can keep that feeling alive, even in the off-season. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,500 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
Hey, Crew fans, break away from ordinary checking with a free account that helps you save. Introducing the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways Financial Credit Union. Love My Crew account holders get an exclusive Crew debit card, and Pathways will round up your everyday purchases into a high-yield savings account. You also get discounts on Crew tickets and at the Crew Team store. When you activate, you'll get a $50 gift card and donate $50 to the Columbus Crew Foundation. Sign up online at pathwayscu.com/lovemycrew. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your path to better banking and the official credit union of the Columbus Crew. Federally insured by the NCUA.
How can you tell Wendy's new meal deal is a Columbus Crew meal deal? Because it's... Get 2 Dave's single cheeseburgers, 2 10-piece nugs, and 4 small fries all for just $18. A score that big will have your whole crew like... Head to Wendy's to feed your crew today. And vamos Columbus!
At participating Wendy's for a limited time.
We've all got it, you know, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans. You're 4 times more likely to win the house with a cash offer. And now you can make one using our cash. Enter Mortgage Pass by Lower. Let's make your next home offer stand out. It's guaranteed to close, just like cash. Sellers love that. Mortgage Pass is in Columbus only. Win that home with a cash offer at lower.com/mortgagepass. Mortgage Pass Ultimate Cash Offer is a cash-backed offer from lower.com. NMLS ID number 1124061. Equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
You save them, we broadcast them. Your flagship home for the Columbus Crew.
WBNS FM, HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Back live, lower.com field. Halftime, Columbus leads Portland 1-0 thanks to Kevin Molino in the 37th minute with Neil Sika, Jordan Angeli, Brett Hiltbrand. I'm Chris Doran. Neil, let's take a look at some of the numbers powered by our friends at Performance Auto Columbus.
Just the 12th time this year, Chris, that Columbus has scored first. And they have 6 wins when they do so. Just 1 loss. It was at home against Montreal, but a very passing grade in that first half. Scrapping along with the Timbers and limiting them to just 3 shots, none on target. They never really threatened Aloy Room. Their expected goals, .16. The Crew, a little bit better, .67, but they've been frantic in and around the top of the box, recapturing after initial balls are broken up. Aiden Morris, Darlington Nagby doing good work. 9 shots, 3 on target for the Black and Gold. Offside calls, the Crew had both in that first half. They've had 62% of the ball, no surprise there, and have outpassed the Timbers 235 to 147. 8 crosses for Columbus. They'll play that game with Portland sticking some numbers in the penalty area. Timbers with 2. Crew had the lone corner of the half. 11 tackles per team. It's been a foul fest, though. 9 on Portland that have been called, 4 on Columbus. Timbers with 2 cautions, Columbus with 1. That was Aiden Morris. And the Crew have 6 interceptions. Portland has 2. Molino in the 36th, his first of the year. Zelarayan with assist number 11. And Santos with assist number 4. 1-0 Crew.
Halftime's presented by Nationwide. Back in a moment, we'll check in with Brett Hiltbrand fieldside as we continue our coverage of Portland here in Columbus to take on the Black and Gold on the flagship station of the Columbus Crew, 97.1 The Fan.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a special BOGO offer from Bosch. Buy a select Bosch 18-volt bare tool, get a battery free. Shop savings on all of our top pro items. Plus, MVPs earn up to 3 times bonus points on select products. Join today and redeem points for products designed to level up your business. Don't miss MVP's bonus days, happening now at Lowe's. Pricing and offers subject to change at any time. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 9/23.
This
This new Toyota Tundra is amazing. It's rugged and capable.
Designed, engineered, and built right here in the USA.
And Tundra is more powerful and more fuel efficient.
The iForce Max hybrid powertrain delivers 437 horsepower.
And with the multi-terrain select, no matter what the conditions are, it automatically adjusts the engine, throttle, and traction.
While the crawl control modulates the throttle and brakes.
When we say you can go anywhere and do anything,
Tundra really means it.
Yeah.
Toyota. Let's go places.
We're not going to park the bus. We're going to keep rolling forward to the back of the net. At Coda, we're committed to carrying you to victory. Coda is a trusted mobility sponsor of the Crew. To get moving with Coda, go to your app store and search for Transit. Look for the green icon and download the Transit app. From the Transit app, you can plan, track, and pay for Coda rides, all from your phone. Learn more at coda.com/transit app, and let's fight and win.
Gusto doesn't build meditation apps. Gusto does payroll for teams who do. Gusto doesn't design video games. Gusto does hiring and onboarding for the teams who do. And Gusto doesn't feed the planet. Gusto makes sure the teams who do have health insurance. Gusto does payroll, benefits, and so much more for businesses who care about their people. Because when you take care of your team can do incredible things. Learn more at gusto.com.
Football at Parlay. All-day sports at Parlay. Come play at Parlay. So what is Parlay Columbus? Come elevate your next game day experience with over 100 TVs, private viewing rooms, an elevated man cave, and a patio for over 80 sports fans. Parlay is Columbus' destination for all sports, featuring the largest sporting events around the world, including football, hockey, soccer, golf, motorsports, and more. Join us early on Saturday and Sundays for our award-winning weekend brunch. Located on the Cap, next to the Columbus Convention Center. Regardless of the season, come play at Parlay. ParlayColumbus.com.
Bo Bishop here for my friends at High Bank Distillery Company, home of the best blended whiskey in America, now 2 years running with their Whiskey War line. But the good folks at High Bank Co. do so much more than create award-winning whiskey. Their 2 restaurants feature elevated casual food offerings with an emphasis on locally sourced ingredients and a balance of indulgent and healthy options. 2 locations in Grandview and Gahanna are among my favorite spots in town. So book a distillery tour, make a reservation, and learn more about their spirits at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank. Now open for lunch at both locations.
Your radio home for Crew Soccer, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Back once again, lower.com field. The Columbus Crew lead Portland at the half, 1-0, thanks to a goal from Kevin Molino. Neil Sika, Jordan Angeli, Chris Doran, and Brett Hiltbrand is down on the touchline here. Brett, physical first half of play in particular on the part of Portland. We had a number of players who were slow to get up. No injuries that would require substitutes in the first half of play, but did it appear as physical down there as it appeared to us up here?
100%. I think I'm not sure if it was Neil or Jordan described that opening 45 as scrappy, and I think that's certainly fair and par for the course. I think with what we've seen from Portland over the last season, 2 seasons, and for the most part, I think Columbus really met that head on as best they possibly could, and Kevin Molino stepping up in a massive way. Just a couple weeks ago, we were thinking about and considering what his role with this team was going to be going forward with the last few games remaining in the regular season. Now, over the last handful of performances that we've seen from him, he's looking like a guy that's cemented into the starting lineup, or at least, at the very, very least, dependent upon a specific kind of tactical matchup, depending on what team you might play. And I think this Portland team, he's certainly set up well for his type of play. But I think the one thing for me that he is really showcasing is that ability to float. And when we talked to him, in the press availability leading into this game, he said, I asked him about that and kind of what that's like and how he kind of finds it being somewhat of a nebulous kind of positioning, and he said that's just my game and it's what I do, and the more minutes I get, the more confident I get, and then you see kind of the results of that with chipping in with goals and assists and whatever it might be. So it's great to see him. His comeback story with this team is special, coming off of the injuries, and so his contributions are absolutely what the doctor ordered for this Columbus Crew team.
They certainly were in the first half. 1-0 the scoreline, thanks to Kevin Molino. Brett Hiltbrand with Jordan Angeli and Neil Sika. I'm Chris Doran. A reminder that the Columbus Crew and Columbus City Schools are about to embark in partnership to encourage kids to stay in school, utilizing the principles of the Stay in the Game Network. The Stay in the Game Network was started by the Cleveland Browns Foundation with a focus on reducing chronic absenteeism absenteeism among Ohio students. Stay in the Game uses low-cost, effective attendance methods in 17 school districts across the state of Ohio, working with students and their families to improve attendance. And so far, they've been able to improve by up to 8% in many districts. This week, the Crew and the Columbus City Schools launched Stay in the Game for the 47,000 local kids in Columbus in an effort to bolster school attendance and set up our local students for success for years to come. Speaking of the Browns, they are playing the Jets this afternoon. You can hear that game on 1460 ESPN and the Fans HD2. We'll join the Browns coverage on 97.1 The Fan at the conclusion of the Crew game that the Black and Gold currently lead 1-0 at the half. Second half kick is next on the flagship station of the Black and Gold, 97.1 The
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a special BOGO offer from Bosch. Buy a select Bosch 18-volt bare tool, get a battery free. Shop savings on all of our top pro items. Plus, MVPs earn up to 3 times bonus points on select products. Join today and redeem points for products designed to level up your business. Don't miss MVP's bonus days, happening now at Lowe's. Pricing and offers subject to change at any time. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 9/23.
More. What's better than 100 pieces of pepperoni? How about 150 pieces of Donato's crispy pepperoni? Yep, the Pep 150 is back with more of what you love. Piled edge to edge on that golden thin crust. It's pepperoni topped with pepperoni and more bang for your pepperoni buck. Now get a large Pep 150 for just $1 more than a large pepperoni pizza. Donato's. Every piece is important.
3 new flavors of White Claw Hard Seltzer have arrived. Strawberry, blackberry, and pineapple. Whether you choose ripe strawberry, tart blackberry, or tropical pineapple, each one of these exciting new flavors offer a refreshing twist on your favorite hard seltzer. Available in a brand new White Claw variety pack, every 12-ounce can of White Claw Hard Seltzer contains 100 calories, 5% alcohol, and 2 grams of sugar. Discover new White Claw flavors at your favorite retailer today. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer works. Chicago, Illinois.
COVID-19 has brought financial pain for many Ohioans. Maybe you're one of them. At Columbia Gas, we understand. If you're having trouble paying your bill, please reach out to us. We're ready to assist with payment plans and answers to your questions. Don't wait. Call 1-800-344-4077 or message us on Facebook, Twitter, or Nextdoor. Columbia Gas. We're here for you.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich, Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Tipico Sportsbook is excited to join the club as official sports betting partner of the Columbus Crew. A global leader in the sports betting industry, their passion for soccer runs deep, and they can't wait to share that passion with Crew fans throughout the season. Visit Tipico.com to learn more. Tipico Sportsbook. Let's make this interesting. Service coming soon to Ohio with legalized sports betting. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline 24/7 at 1-800-589-9966.
We are your flagship station for the Crew, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Back live, lower.com field. Second half about to get started. Both teams out of the locker room, and Columbus leads this one after 45 minutes of play, 1-0. More of the same, Jordan, for the second half for the Black and Gold?
I don't think you changed much because Portland hasn't had an easy look on goal. They haven't gotten one shot to challenge Aloy Room. The thing you have to stay the same is the center backs have to keep winning those outlet balls for Portland, and the second balls or the little dish that is happening through the center of the midfield. Aiden Morris and Darlene Nagby were absolutely everywhere in the first half. That needs to happen because when that does, it gives freedom to the players in front of them to do what they did and create goals like the Crew had.
More shade at lower.com field as we're set for the second half, but mostly sunny. Beautiful afternoon for soccer, 78 degrees, and Victor Rivas, the referee, set to blow the whistle to get this one started. Sebastian Blanco stands over the ball. He'll kick off as his team will defend the goal in front of the Nordeck, and we're off and running now as Eric Williamson receives and plays this one back Tuiloma will go ahead and drive it to this near side. Espria gets a head on it. It's a loose ball right now that Bravo's going to run onto. He'll play it inside to Blanco as Portland now gets to the top of the 18. Blanco with a missed touch at the top of the 18. Plays it in anyway as it rolls to the goal line and off of Herrera, and that'll be a corner kick coming. So Portland will start with a set piece within the first minute of this second half. Far side, Moreno will go to the corner. Santiago Moreno with just 3 starts last year, 4 assists this year, 25 starts and 8 assists. He gets his targets in place, approaches the ball, near post service, headed out the way by Degenek, going to be run down, brought down and served to Williamson. He'll put it back in the mixer. Espria is there, looking to get a shot off, and that could be a dangerous play, as it looked like a bit of a sidewinder, and his extension walloped Milos Degenek in the process. Free kick coming for Columbus. They'll play it outside of Herrera. To the flank, and Diaz inside to Zelarayan. Second half underway. Drop the ball to Milos Degenek, top of the 18. He'll play it square near side. Here's Josh Williams with time and space. Williams to the touchline of Pedro Santos across midfield, inside to Cucho. Cucho airs it out far side to Diaz. 1v1 with Bravo. He gets Herrera in an overlapping run. Plays it inside rather than out. Herrera wasn't really curling his run there. He was running flat to the touchline.
Herrera's not going to make it there. The right idea from Luis Diaz.
Right.
Trying to play the inside seam, but Bravo won, played it right, and there wasn't enough space to do that for Herrera to get all the way around. Well, that's better from the Crew. In that first moments from Portland, the Crew looked to be reacting. They have to continue to anticipate in order to stay up in this game, because 36 of the 50 goals for Portland have been scored in the second half.
Ivicic with a long goal kick, and it comes right back at him. Cucho Hernandez is going to run down Mabiala and get called for a foul. And at the top of the 18 for Portland, this will be a free kick. Quickly, Tuiloma. Outside, Bravo. Inside to Blanco, back to Tuiloma. And now to the goalkeeper, Ivicic. Switches it to this near side. Mabiala. Pressure coming from Molino. Goes down the touchline to Moreno. This ball's out of bounds off Pedro Santos. It'll be a throw-in for Portland. To midfield. Josh Williams steps in, intercepts it. Nagby can't control it. Jimmy Chara goes to the far side, leaves it for Bravo. Bravo with a bullet looking for Blanco, broken up by Columbus, and it's going to travel over the goal line at the north end. Another goal kick coming for Portland. 49th minute, Columbus leads 1-0. Aljaz Ivicic with the short ball on the goal kick. Tuiloma on the dribble to midfield. Gets through a little traffic. Leaves it outside for Blanco. Inside now to Chara. Diego Chara on the dribble to this near side. Mabiala touches it forward. Finds Moreno. Moreno will drop it to Mabiala. Mabiala resets through the middle of the park. Zaparic, the center back, drops it to the goalkeeper. Ivicic quickly releases straight up the middle. Degenek with the head ball, broken up by Diego Chara. One back with Williamson now to the near side to Moreno. Moreno switching the point far side. Sebastian Blanco leaves this one back for Jimmy Chara. Chara can't settle it. Going to be cleared out by Degenek. That clearance is going to bypass Zelarayan. And Portland takes it back over. Mabiala, Bravo, working in combination with Jimmy Chara. Outside to Sebastian Blanco, who was going to be called offside.
This formation has been allowed Portland to be more successful in those areas because Bravo is so good at going forward. But when they were playing a 4-back, it was too much responsibility on him and Van Rankin on the right side defensively. So now with those 3 center backs, you can see they're a little bit more difficult to break down, and it gives Bravo time to go forward and connect.
Portland and the Chara brothers in the midfield. Looking forward for Williamson. It's going to be broken up by Josh Williams. Outside to Blanco. Blanco reloads centrally. Here's Diego Chara to his brother Jimmy. Jimmy. Near side. Mabiala. Outside to Moreno. Whipped ball across. Is going to travel out of bounds on the far side. Throw-in coming for Columbus. This afternoon, Crew fans welcome the Bowling Green SC U10 soccer team as the Timbit Spotlight recipients. Throw in by Barrera. Zelarayan. Down the line to Diaz. Inside to Cucho Hernandez. And a long ball to this near side is going to be gobbled up by Mabiala. The effort was to Molino. Mabiala inside to Eric Williamson. Now to Bravo. Moreno back to Diego Chara. Zelarayan comes in and strips him of the ball. Zelarayan has the ball between his ankles as he does the
break dancing down
break
there.
dance. My goodness. That'll be a foul called on Chara. And so Columbus is going to put this back into play. Zelarayan, let's fly far side. Brought down to Diaz. Bravo's going to stand him up. The deflected ball on the defensive stance for Bravo will be picked up by Aiden Morris in midfield. He'll go back to where the scene of the crime was and lose possession. Out of bounds, throw-in coming Columbus. 52nd minute, long throw down the line, and Asprilla gets tied up with Milos Daganic. And that'll be a foul called against Daganic. 53rd minute, Columbus leads this one 1-0. Blanco will put it back into play. Diaz is standing too close. Blanco needs a little more room to work. Drop ball to Bravo on the restart. Tuiloma, the defender. And a drop ball to Ivicic as he stands at the top of the 18. Not much commitment in the way of pressure coming from Cucho. He'll air it out near side here, and this is Moreno and Pedro Santos up for it. Ball out of bounds, throw-in coming for Portland.
They're putting a little bit more stress, Portland is, on this left side defensively with Kevin Molino. They're pushing Mabiala up higher.
Zelarayan pokes it through to Cucho. Inside the 18, Cucho Hernandez looking to flick it back. It was read perfectly by Mabiala. He deflected the pass back. And we have an offside call. So Cucho must have been offside before he received that. This will be just outside the 18. Portland will put it back into play. Zuparic plays it back to Ivicic, the goalkeeper. Tuiloma plays it forward to Bravo. Bravo on the turn and dribble at midfield. Has it knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Portland, far side. Into Blanco. Jimmy Chara. Near side. On the switch to Moreno. 1v1 with Pedro Santos. Steps inside. Moreno lays it off for Williamson, who opts to take a settling touch in two. And then on the effort at goal, I suppose, or a chip ball to Asprilla far post, Aloy Room's able to come out and deny any chance for Portland. Distribution far side to Zelarayan. Closed down quickly by Diego Chara. Will work his way to Luis Diaz. Diaz has got time and space. He's on the run down the touchline. Ball played in. Here's Cucho. Cucho is going to be chased down by Claudio Bravo. Good defensive work by Bravo. Very quickly, Portland looking to counter. Here's Asprilla with a free ball. 1v1 with Daganic. Daganic, open field tackle. And clears it back towards midfield. And the ball actually went out of bounds when Degenek cleared it. So Portland earns a throw. Espria, far side. Drops this one to Tuiloma. Inside to Diego Chara. Mabiala near side. Back to Diego Chara. Forward, centrally. This is Espria. And an effort by Moreno to find Jimmy Chara is cleared out by Degenek. Nagbe. Square ball to Zelarayan as Columbus transitions across midfield. Broken up neatly by Portland. Second ball, though, won by Darlington Nagbe. Near side, he'll find Molino, the goal scorer in this one. And back to Nagbe. Nagbe in the center of the park now, working it to Aiden Morris. Aiden. Far side to Moreira. Back to the center circle and Aiden Morris. Morris is getting token pressure from Espria. He'll play it near side to Santos. Forward now to Cucho. Cucho through the lines looking for Zelarayan. Inside the 18, he'll leave it for Molino. Molino's 18 yards off the goal line. He's going to use Zelarayan short. Lucas back to Kevin. Molino with two defenders on him. Drops this one to Nagbe. Nagbe gets leveled by Espria. Molino inside, loose ball. Aiden Morris takes a shot wide right. So the referee allowed for advantage there when Espria took down Nagbe. Espria is sitting on yellow card point accumulation. He gets one more yellow. And he'll sit the next game out.
And Espria, they moved him up into a center forward position. So is Moreno now playing in that? They look like they're playing four in the midfield, actually, with Moreno here on this near side. So a little bit more of a four-back look for Portland in the second half.
Ivicic with a long ball on the goal kick. Brought down by Portland. Here's Bravo on the run right up the middle. Going to meet Darlington Nagbe in person and turn this one back. Jimmy Chara now. Outside to Blanco on the far side of the field. Back centrally. Jimmy Chara. Near side. Moreno will settle. Santiago Moreno, the Colombian. Inside to Blanco. Far side to Jimmy Chara. Inside finds Williamson. Williamson outside to Moreno. Near side now. Back in. Cross ball. Shot saved by Eloy Room. Cleared ball. Mabiala. Moreno. Blocked effort at a cross by Pedro Santos. Corner kick coming for Portland.
Arturo's on the end line, warming up, clapping at his team, because I don't think the Crew have accommodated for how Portland has switched their attack, and they're getting more success here going in the channel because it's stretching Pedro Santos to come wider. Give a look here from a corner.
59th minute. Columbus leads 1-0. Eric Williamson, the Maryland product, near sideline with the service. To the 6. Shot saved by Eloy Room. Super Rich got a clear look at that ball, put it right up the middle, and Room pushed it to the outside. On the far touchline, Portland looking to regain possession. And they do. Blanco, cross ball, going to be broken up by Milos Degenek. To the top of the 18, Portland regains possession yet again. Combination play as Blanco and Jimmy Chara work their way to the goal line. Chara's going to go to the ground, and that's going to be a goal kick.
Chris, it was Tuiloma who rose up with that header. He's got a career best 6 goals this year. Also been really good on free kicks. Eloy Room said a couple of weeks ago, it's the game where you're not making a ton of saves, where you've really got to be locked in. He hasn't seen a lot of action, but 2 in succession here with how the Timbers have recalibrated.
Well, we've talked about how this team is going to have success in these forward positions, Lucas, Cucho, to be successful, but also they're going to have Eloy Room making those types of saves if they're going to have a push and a good run in the playoffs.
The goal kick goes to the far side, and out of bounds it goes off of Columbus. Portland with a throw. 60th minute, the Crew lead 1-0. Down the line to Espria, who's got Degenek on his back. Out of bounds far side, another throw in coming for the visitors. Drop ball into Espria. Barrera and Diaz corner him. And now off of Barrera for another corner kick coming for Portland.
They've only got 52% of their goals from the run of play. That's their lowest in the last 8 seasons. So, George mentioned earlier, their height on set pieces, their danger there, restarts. Well, they're getting a lot of their offense this season.
Santiago Moreno in the far corner at the south end of Lower.com Field. He'll serve this one in for Portland, but we have a stoppage as our referee wants the extracurriculars to be reined in. There's the whistle. Moreno's service is at the goal, punched away by Aloy Room. And Aloy had to work through traffic to be successful in that sequence. Moreno again with another corner kick. 61st minute, Columbus leads 1-0. Service right into the goal now. That Aloy Room keeps it going. And Zuparich is in the net.
So good from Aloy Room, but the after effects, Josh Williams is down with Jonathan Mensah also out. This is a moment of concern here for the Crew.
Aloy Room had to drift to his far post and push that ball up with his fingertips to keep it going away from goal. In so doing, a collision with both Josh Williams, who appears to want to just get up on his own.
He got stepped on, which maybe is the lesser of the two evils there, not rolling your ankle. But, man, that does not feel good, especially with the jump of Aloy Room. That's a game-saving save right there.
Agreed with you 100%. Zuparich was waiting to put that one home. So the throw-in on the near side for Portland is going to go into Mabiala. Mabiala will quickly kick it away. And Columbus is going to send it down the touchline to midfield. Zuparich will go ahead and take it and send it back to the goalkeeper. Ivicic in the sun this half. Looks downfield from the penalty box and sends it across midfield in the air. It'll be won by Josh Williams. Second ball and third ball. Josh Williams in pain after winning that second ball. He's got his hands on his knees, trying to work his way out of whatever injury he endured in that last corner kick. Far side, Columbus possesses. Here's Barrera on the dribble. Through the Portland defense, inside to Cucho. Cucho Hernandez lays it off for Zelarayan. The shot's up wide.
I don't think Lucas was ready for it. I thought he thought Cucho was going to shoot it.
I thought he should have. I mean, I thought Cucho should have taken it and unloaded, right?
Left foot coming inside. Zelarayan falling away a little bit from it. Can't dip it down enough, but when you get on the dribble going at this Portland defense, they don't look confident in stopping an attack from the Crew.
64th minute, Neil Sika, Jordan Angeli, Brett Hiltbrand, I'm Chris Doran. Here's Moreno on the quick ball across midfield for Portland. On the near side, they'll play centrally Williamson, that is. And then a ball past Diego Chara. And Bravo's going to get called for a foul on Luis Diaz. We're back to a little more of the antics we were accustomed to in the first half. Quick ball forward to Zelarayan, who looks to release Cucho Hernandez right up the middle. Ivicic will come out of goal, send it out of bounds. Molina will take the quick throw in. Down the line, finds Cucho, 1v1 with Mabiala. Cucho working through traffic. Center of the park, here's Zelarayan. Zelarayan feigns a shot, plays it outside to Diaz. Diaz is tied up by Bravo. Portland's going to regain possession. Forward to Blanco. Bravo looks to spring Asprilla. Ball out of bounds far side. Throw in coming for Columbus. Check in with Brett Hiltbrand. Sidelines, tension, or relaxation as this game plays itself out in the second half?
A little bit of a combination of both, I think, from both benches. Caleb and the coaching staff especially wanting a little bit more energy-wise, I think, from the team as the second half is 15 minutes gone or 20 minutes gone here now. But in general, it's been a lot of praise and support for Eloy Room and what he's been able to do here in those 20 minutes and some of those I claim succeeded type saves from the big number one.
65th minute, 1-0 is the score. Here's a whip ball in by Portland and headed out the way by Josh Williams. At the 18, Nagby will drop it back to Degenek. Degenek will serve it towards midfield on the far side, looking for Luis Diaz. It'll be headed out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for Columbus.
There's little things I think that go unappreciated, and that header there by Williams out of his 6 to the chest of Darlington Nagby is a great pass from him to keep possession for his team.
Switch point of attack, near side to Molino, and now Cucho Hernandez, who's going to get tied up by Mabiala, go down, hold his right knee in the process, and Mabiala is going to get a yellow card.
Looks like Derek Etienne is readying himself to come in, getting some instructions from Caleb Porter at the half field. And he looks like he's got that Etienne energy right now where he's a little frustrated. He did not start this game.
We might have seen a little bit of that the other day in training, too.
I like that, Derek.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's a dangerous Derek.
That is a dangerous Derek.
So this restart's going to come from about 25 yards off the goal line, outside the width of the penalty box. Lucas is going to count on finding targets. The 67th minute. Columbus leads 1-0. Etienne Jr. has not entered yet. There's the whistle and Zelarayan's approach. To the 6, going to be cleared out by Moreno. And that'll be a throw-in on this near side about 5 yards off the goal line. And I think we'll see the subs now. Subs are presented by Meyer. As Derek Etienne Jr. prepares to enter and Luis Diaz exits, Luis is going to make the long walk from the far side of lower.com field. And he's going to be asked by the referee to exit on the far side. Now Diaz is going to get a yellow for not exiting on the far side.
That's worth it? I don't think. I guess he just. I don't know. That's not worth it to me.
He's got a yellow card. He's going to slow walk this one on the sub. Yaroslav Niezgoda is a DP in his 3rd season with the club. And Niezgoda is going to come in for Portland. Meantime, throw in for Pedro Santos on this near sideline. He's moved out to 12 yards from the touchline into Zelarayan. Going to be broken up by Diego Chara. He and Zelarayan both go down and help each other up. Throw in coming for Portland.
That's been a fun battle. Both have gotten some good challenges won against each other.
Big ball on the throw into midfield. Williamson and Aiden Morris get tangled up. Degenek runs down the loose ball, drops it to Moreira. In the center of the park now, here's Williams looking ahead. He finds Molino. Molino switching the point for Etienne Jr., who's going to bring it down inside the 18 after the header by Mabiala. He'll be slowed by Moreno. He'll pull it back. This is Santos on the near side. Jimmy Chara comes in, applies defensive pressure. Chara wins it back for Portland. Down the line to Asprilla. Josh Williams comes in, looks to slow Asprilla. Asprilla is able to get it forward. Jimmy Chara runs onto it. Now they'll switch the point far side to Bravo. Bravo, step over, top of the 18, cross ball effort out of bounds off Moreira. Corner kick coming from Portland.
It's interesting now, they pulled Blanco off, who was somewhat of a ghost today, and they moved Asprilla up top with Niezgoda.
Well, Asprilla's been up top this whole entire second half, but now maybe going to a 2-striker system with Niezgoda. Which is, he's been a real interesting story in this Portland team with 9 goals on the season, still but not starting games. So who's going to be that connection piece now that Blanco tends to be in transition moments? Probably going to look to Jimmy Chara to provide that for them.
Our referee is having conversations with almost everyone on the field right now. Josh Williams has had his moment with Victor Rivas. Meantime, Santiago Moreno at the far corner, south end of the stadium. Here's his service near post, headed out the way by Pedro Santos. Celarayon's going to run onto it. He'll have to beat Moreno, and he does. Celarayon down the touchline far side will be slowed with contact by Moreno, and that should be a yellow card coming. And it is. So 6 yellow cards in this one so far, as Milos Degenek will take the restart on the far side. Plays it short to Celarayon. Inside to Nagbe. Into the attacking half we go, as Nagbe is going to attract some attention. Plays it outside to Morera. Morera looking for help, finds it in Celarayon. Flicked ball outside. Morera runs onto it, but so too does Zuparic, and out of bounds. Boy, with 6 yellow cards today, Sherwin-Williams certainly picked the right game for their little promotion.
And they're working well as fans for the Nordeca, because this is the hottest game they've been in all year. Just direct sun for them for the entire 90 minutes.
Far side throw in for Columbus. Morera into Celarayon, left for Nagbe, top of the 18, looking for help. Pulls it back on pressure from Portland. Lays it outside to Molino. Molino with the effort on the cross is blocked by Portland. Corner kick coming for Columbus. The Columbus Crew leading this one 1-0 thanks to Kevin Molino's goal in the first half. Celarayon is going to go to the far corner, right in front of the Nordeck, and put this one back into play. '73rd minute. Celarayon's got his targets in place. Service to the 12 is a loose ball. Effort at goal by Josh Williams, who gets his foot tied up. Aiden Morris is asking the referee what he was ignoring in that sequence.
No, this has to be looked at here.
Pedro Santos, meantime, has the ball after it was cleared by Portland. Williams slow to get up, but eventually up. Leroy Room, and now Nagbe.
That was the best corner kick from Lucas Celarayon we've seen in a long time. The whip, the trajectory, the pace on it was driven. That's why it creates danger.
Here's Santos on the near side. Josh was attempting to take a whack at the ball, and he had a great look at goal at that moment, but
it is
got tied up.
It is being checked right now.
Meanwhile, Columbus is circulating the ball through the back. Morera up the line finds Molino on the run. Molino turns back on pressure from Portland. Works with Morera. Celarayon springs Morera down the line. He's got Zuparic to beat. Top of the 18, cross ball, near side at the 12. It's going to be cleared by Moreno. At midfield, Portland looking to take it down. Oh, nice work by Josh Williams, who decides not to wait for that ball and goes right after it. Celarayon's going to get tied up in pressure from Portland, and Morris will help get it to Nagbe. Well, I'll tell you what, Victor Rivas has been in the wrong spot a couple of times here. And there's the through ball to Etienne Jr. Etienne's inside the 6. Plays it back off of a defender. This is a corner kick coming for Columbus. Oh, no, we're going to have an offside call. So just inside the 18, Etienne Jr. found to be offside. And Ivicic puts it back into play for Portland. Still a 1-0 scoreline, 75th minute. Tuiloma, forward to Diego Chara. Portland looking for Asprilla, broken up by Columbus.
Oh, what a pass.
Forward to Cucho. Through traffic, finds Zelarayan. Now to this near side where Etienne Jr.'s on the run. Down into Cucho, inside the 18, or 6, near the 6 anyway, and the shot with the left foot is way wide.
All right, you're going into the final 15 minutes. For the Crew, you've had a goal or a lead, and your differential is -9. So this is the 15. Could potentially define what's going to happen with your season. We'll get another look at that Williams swing and a miss, and I don't really think there was much in it, even to the dismay of the Nordeca on that non-penalty call.
Ivicic with the long goal kick, and Columbus building through the midfield. Now here's the pass back to Ivicic as Columbus's possession was disrupted by Portland's defense, and Ivicic has to clear it quickly. There's Asprilla holding back on Pedro Santos.
Do not know how he doesn't have a yellow.
A whistle there, and a quick restart forward to Nagbe. You get the feeling Columbus is playing right now knowing full well that Portland's got the threat of success in scoring in the second half, and they don't want to take their foot off the pedal. Here's Jimmy Chara as Portland slows things down into the attacking half. Williamson. Jimmy Chara. 77th minute. Tuiloma. Way outside, far side. Settled by Bravo. Brought in on the dribble and dropped back to Tuiloma. Suparic. Jimmy Chara. Mabiala. Suparic from the center of the park, way outside to Bravo. 1v1 with Barrera. On the dribble, comes inward, and now has to drop it. Tuiloma. Chara. Mabiala looking a low driving switch through the next line of defense, and it doesn't come to fruition. Columbus regains possession. Cucho's going to let fly far side to Molino, top of the 18. Molino drops it for Cucho. The shot deflects off a defender, and that's going to be a corner kick for Columbus.
Kevin Molino helped win the ball back. It was really the pressure of Etienne on the near side that then caused a bad pass centrally. Molino wins the ball. It's a couple of passes centrally, and he just continues his run. And that's when Molino is great. You not want to play him into too much space and ask him to outrun a defender. But the ball at his feet, when he makes defenders make decisions, he is so good at picking out the right pass. And Cucho was absolutely the right pass in that moment.
Lucas Zelarayan, short ball on the corner kick to Molino. Back to Zelarayan just outside the 18, and he airs it out to the Nordeck. And that'll be a goal kick for Portland. Ivicic, short ball. Suparic, inside the 18. Looks long, finds Jimmy Chara, who receives and turns, plays it to this near touchline. Moreno drops it to Mabiala. Inside to Diego Chara. Near side to Jimmy Chara. Diego pounded by Aiden Morris. Ball won by Columbus. Molino looking to spring Zelarayan. Can't make it happen.
And we've talked about this so much, the Crew dropping into a 5-back. Maybe they'll do that with the inclusion of Sands, but I don't think they should change anything defensively. They're getting pressure on Portland. It's not allowing them to have any looks on the attacking goal. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't switch into a formation just to switch into it.
Williamson leaves it for Asprilla. Near side to Moreno. Inside to Bravo. Bravo back to Williamson. Center of the park for Portland right now as they come to this near side. Santiago Moreno. Diego Chara. Bravo. Drops this one to Tuiloma. Receives. Puts it back into Bravo. Outside to Jimmy Chara. Back to Bravo. Aiden Morris pokes it through, finds Cucho. Cucho's on the run, far side. He's 1v1 with Tuiloma. Cucco's going to go ahead and drop this one to Molino on this near side of the field. Molino brings it down over his shoulder and lays it off to Santos, who's at midfield. Santos dropped ball to Josh Williams, and now all the way back to the top of the 18 at Aloy Room. Well, today's game is a sellout here at Lower.com Field, 20,421. It is regular season sellout number 6, tying the club's all-time regular season record set back in 2016. Here's Cucco, far side, comes inward, lays it off for Etienne Jr. The shot is a goal for Columbus! It's offside. Etienne Jr. twice now has been sprung to goal and has encountered the offside flag. And Victor Rivas, he's holding his ear and keeping Ivicic from putting this back into play.
Maybe by a chin. Pretty marginal.
The replay on TV, it's hard because the angle at which the camera is directly along that line, which has to be something MLS addresses next year with the change to Apple TV to have more cameras in the right positions. But that's close. The thing I liked about the inclusion of Derek Etienne is right away they try to get him in behind. It was Kevin Molino trying to spring in Etienne in behind, and he is a player that can play well to his feet, but he wants to threaten in behind. If you do that early, it opens up a little bit more space for him to be effective, and I like that run from him, just a little too aggressive trying to dip in too soon.
Christian Paredes is going to come in. Juan David Mosquera is going to come in. Marvin Loria is going to come in for Portland. And Ivicic is going to get this one started. From the top of the 18 after the offside call on Etienne Jr. Looking for Esprilla. Esprilla is able to get to it. Aiden Morris makes it difficult. Diaz-Goda on the turn goes down, looking for a whistle, not going to come. Columbus comes out of the scrum, out to the far side. Cucco's going to get tied up in traffic. Foul's going to be called on Bravo.
I feel like that was the exact same thing we just saw a second ago with Diaz-Goda. Oh, this game has had so many of those, just scrums. It almost feels like rugby at times.
83rd minute. And now we'll see the Columbus subs. Or maybe not.
They might be looking at that in the box on the other side.
Well, we're getting the signal that Will Sands is going to come in for Pedro Santos on this left side. Yao Yeboah will replace Kevin Molino. Good shift from Pedro Santos, who returns from injury in his first start since. He did come in against Miami as a midfielder for a brief stint. And